fancy intro music. Yeah! Woohoo!
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, I'll admit, we're going to be talking about a little bit of a heavier topic, but please do not skip this video. Please watch it. Please share it because it's a topic very important to me and very important. And that is talking Star Trek Fleet Command, but mental health in general and how mental health in Star Trek Fleet Command has been fantastic in terms of being a tool that can be used to help mental health, but also just talking about honestly where I'm at in my mental health state and going through and just being open and honest with all of you. And I think the first thing I have to say is that customer support, the community management team, whether it be Eco, the new CM that many of you may have met already, she's amazing. All these people do truly care about mental health, and there's situations in game that can make it difficult to feel that way at times. And there are things that can happen in global chat, alliance chat, private messaging, and I also be very clear that anything in game like that terms of service breach, please report it so we can try to get it taken care of. But more important that, video games like this are a form of immersion therapy, or better worded, distraction therapy. And yes, those are actual things, and yes, they are effective tools. And Star Trek Fleet Command, I think, is a fantastic example of that because of the community that is here for that. Now, before we get too deep into it, I do want to put this on. If you are struggling with your mental health, struggling does not necessarily mean you're suicidal, but sometimes you need someone to talk to. Sometimes you need to be able to be there if you have a crisis and know that there's someone on the other side. So this is the US. I don't have the numbers for EU. Please drop them in the, if you're in the EU or Canada or South Africa, wherever, please put this in the comments. And I will pin those numbers and I will pin that. But I know the US, and this is ours, and you've got over there is now changed to 988 so that you can have just an easy way. Also, do not forget that there's a mental health channel in my Discord. Everyone's welcome in there. Vent whatever you got to vent. Say what you got to say. No judgment. The community in this game is beyond amazing. And I'm not exaggerating when I say I've literally seen lives changed and saved because of this game. So the negatives that can come and like the bad event structures and all these other things, in the end, they matter little because we have a community that is just beautiful. I'm going to try to do this all on one take, by the way, but my own mental health has been shaky, and you'll find out why in a bit. But anyway, no matter where you're at, please know that you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are loved. And this community is here for you. Not just me as a singular content creator, but everybody in places like this. And use those outlets. And if you're curious, like if you're not real sure how to go about this process, which I understand can be a little bit confusing, like if you've never had to actually go through this, 5 steps for helping someone in emotional pain or any type of crisis. 1, ask. Just simply check in on somebody and see what's going on. Next, keep them safe. If you do think that they are at any potential of harming themselves, contact somebody if you're not physically around them. Like in game, and we've dealt with this. If you think someone is going to hurt themselves, you contact the local authorities, you contact the game, and try to be there. Speaking of being there, that's point number 3. Listening, acknowledging, just talking, giving them the resources that we're talking about in this video, the phone numbers, the text lines, the discords, the therapy sessions, the psychiatrist, whatever that person needs, help them connect. And then, so important, follow up. You never know. Simple, like there've just been times where I've reached out to somebody that I met in game, and you never know how that little act of kindness can change their world. So let's get into why Rev's voice is all shaky, why he's struggling with his mental health lately. So several different things going on. For those that don't know, I've had health issues. We still don't know 100% what those are. For those that missed, I did talk about it. I did have a couple of exploratory type deals. Cancer was ruled out for one thing, so it's good. We want to celebrate no cancer. Still not sure what's going on, but that has been a big stressor in my life, and it's affected my work. For example, I love this community. This community means the world to me. Earlier today, I was actually having a conversation with one of the devs, and I had over 700 messages from people that I had just not responded to yet. I felt so bad. I felt like such an awful content creator. It's just like, it might seem silly because most of these questions are like, hey, how do you calculate resources rated? Oh, that would be dilithium is 1, titanium is like 0.75, and parsteel is 0.4 or 0.5. I don't remember. They're just silly questions that are inconsequential to the point of life, but I'm just sitting here going like, damn, I failed 700 people in a week. Like, it was just insane. And I say that to say that y'all are so important to me. And as mental health starts to grind on you, little things in real life will flow into a time. We'll do this in one take. I don't care because I love y'all. And I don't care if you see me like this. It's fine. This is how it should be. Trust your community, love your community. So you get to these points and just real life starts affecting your work life. And for crazy as it is, being a content creator is not my work life. That's wild, you know, like I'm paid to cry on YouTube. Think about that. Think about that craziness. Like I'm literally, this is my job. To sit here and be emotional on YouTube. This is my job. Sucks to be you. You could be me, but you're not. You probably have a much more emotionally stable life. And for some reason I have, well, pacifiers on my desk because I have children. Distractions aside, you know, little things like that just affected me. And then there's other issues. You know, my father passed away 2 years ago. Well, this past night, I don't know why is this so hard. Why is it so hard to get this stuff out? I spread his ashes. It took 2 years to do that, and I guess it's just one of those struggling to, one, get words out, and two, come to closure with that. I regret, no, and oof, one take is tough, man. Ooh, this is tough. Maybe I can do this in one take. Bro, I'm so proud of y'all. Woo, man, told you it's gonna be heavy. But like, for example, my father ever met any of my kids? None of them. I have 3 now. I've got Leaflet, I've got Laura, and then I've got Elias, James, Tiberius. The regret part is I never let him see my oldest. A lot of animosity between me and my father. And I never did that. I regret it. Really do. Now, he never had the opportunity to see, you know, JT. JT was just born. He's 3.5 months old. Time I'm making this video. But he also never met Laura. He saw a couple pictures. And it's just been eating it. You know, just year after year. It's just been getting to me. And I have a lot of regret with that. And then there's this thing. It's weird to laugh through this, right? Like, this has got to be the weirdest video y'all have ever watched on this channel. Some of y'all are going to cringe and turn off, and I don't know what the others are going to do. There's this thing called imposter syndrome. When it comes as a content creator, we talk about this all the time. Imposter syndrome is you don't feel like you deserve what you have. You don't feel like you've earned it. You don't feel like you should be there. Like, y'all realize that we just passed 40,000 people on YouTube? Wild. Like, I'm not exaggerating that number. 40,000 followers. But here, a crazier analytic. In the last 28 days, 78.4 thousand people have come here. It's wild to me. I don't deserve that. I'm not good enough for that. I mean, it's the imposter syndrome over the past couple months has been really heavy. And, you know, just because I know the max mitigation is 71.19 in Star Trek Fleet Command, and the fact that I can tell you my favorite DS9 episodes and my favorite TNG episode, Measure of a Man. Amazing. Next Generation episode. Why does this give me a platform to do this? And mental health is so tricky. And for those that don't know, I was diagnosed with depression very early age, and I've got anxiety disorder, and I do things to take care of that and see a therapist here and there, which I encourage everybody to do. But lately, the imposter syndrome has been just so heavy, so heavy. And then the next layer in that same vein is I am the leader. I'm a sole income. And I know some of you, some of you older players out there are going to be like, you need to suck it up, Buttercup, because back in my day, all men were single income to raise a family. And maybe it is true, but let me just tell you, it's damn hard. It's hard. Dude, there's 70-hour weeks. 70. 7 days a week. I do not miss a day. Every day. You ask Eco, you ask any of the dev team, you ask the content creators, you even ask the 700 people that I failed a message that I spent the day answering 250 of them because I felt so bad I had to catch up. And so many of them, I'm just apologizing for being late. You ask them if I work constantly, and yet I still feel like none of this is warranted. Like I don't deserve the house I have. I don't deserve. Oh gosh. Stop. Okay. I don't deserve the camera. I don't deserve the lights. I don't deserve the channel. The Twitch channel, which we are goofy and we twerk and we shake our butts for laughs. And imposter syndrome's real. And remember the 5 steps, by the way. Ask, do these things. Just real quick, because I'll admit, I've needed this in my life. I don't have a lot of people who do this. This is not a shot at anybody. Just a reminder. Do these things. But the final thing is my kids. And the pressure to support and to pay off houses and medical bills for kids and child care. It weighs on you. If I see my kids 30, 60 minutes a day. Sometimes more. There's some days it's 2 or 3 hours, but that's tough. It's really tough. What I can say is that I appreciate every single person. All 78,400 of you in the last 28 days. All, geez, how many people have followed this channel right now? All 40,349 who've hit the subscribe button. Thank you. Sincerely, like, from me here. Thank you. For those who watched the videos and decided, hey, Rev, your video on Bajoran Favors was pretty good. I had the same thoughts. We like the Bajoran Favors. You're good. I'm glad. For all those who were like, hey, Rev, you know, what do I have to do to build a Katinga? And I'm like, hey, you got to get to commended, which is, you know what, 140 million rep. Whatever it is that you're here for. You know, the War Thunder videos on Twitch, the goofiness, the seriousness, the education. Just thank you. And all I can really say is, please be patient as I work through all this stuff. You know, and talking about it makes it easier. At the same time, it's very vulnerable to sit here and cry in front of a camera. But I just want y'all to know that I really appreciate y'all. I really do. And no, I'm not like in danger of hurting myself. I'm not gonna go anywhere. This is not like, hey, Rev needs a break and Rev's not. Content's gonna come out tomorrow. I'm gonna be streaming like normal. And you're gonna be like, hey, Rev, you should take a break. I'll be like, no, I can't, because I got kids to feed. And that's the circular logic. That's the, anyway, you get the point. So all this heaviness to say, thank you to Star Trek Fleet Command for supporting me. Thank you for being the community that supports each other. And just keep being you. Whether this game lasts 3 more years, 5 more years, 10 more years, I'm so grateful for all the people, all of you, even the people I dislike. Yeah. Looking at you, Biggie, always stream sniping me. You know, just Look at you, old man. You know, head of the dev team that sometimes they get in spit spats with, but still respect greatly. And obviously it's a joke. Eco, who I have literally told, don't talk to me, and then text him the next day. You know, whoever you are, however we've communicated, thank you. And I hope many more years with y'all. Many more. So that's where I am in my mental health journey. I'm struggling to get through every day, but I'm happy to be here. Like, genuinely, I'm happy to have made this video. I'm happy y'all exist. And I'm wearing a hat that, honestly, I don't really like that much. Like, a viewer bought it for us, by the way. Viewer, thank you. But I'm wearing it because my dad would have loved this style hat. He would have just been obsessed with this like trucker style inlay. Like, man, I spent 4 hours last night just driving, listening to this station called Rock 106. It's just played really old music. Shout out Ultimate DJ. Just stuff my dad grew up with and loved. And just like Kansas and Ozzy Osbourne and hell, a lot of things I can't name because I'm not from that. Just, it's been wild. And I just want to thank y'all for understanding for when a stream's late or when a video's late. I appreciate that. Live long and prosper. Stay safe in there, Space Cowboys. Deuces. That's me. Catch you on the next one. And hopefully this video wasn't too cringy and you left. Just love every single one of you. Truly. Thank you.
An even better outro than the intro. For the Empire and glory to your house.